Spodek Arena. I said, do you know what time it is? That's more like it, my friends. Yes, we are a mere 2 hours away from the grand final of the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice Major Championship. The question is, guys, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Ents? Or is it going to be Astralis? Ooh, actually, that's interesting to me because we've had some quite vocal Ents fans in the audience so far this week. But Astralis, I think you just took the prize. Ents, come on, make some noise. Okay. Now, it's only fair if I give Astralis one more shot at the prize. Come on, fans. There we go, on your feet. I love to see it. Now, before we get to that final, we've got a treat in store for you guys because we have got the classic show match. And this year it's got a twist because we're putting a spin on things with the Danger Zone. And if you're not familiar with the Danger Zone, you're in luck because I've got two gentlemen who are going to explain exactly how it's going to go down. And they're called Moses and Vince.
Yes, thank you, Frankie. We are going to be doing the Danger Zone. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's the Battle Royale game mode of Counter-Strike. Obviously, I think we've all played it at some point. There's going to be a progressive scoring system. 3 games. We're going to have 8 teams of 2 that we'll bring up so you guys can see exactly who's playing, a mix of talent and players from all the different tournaments that Intel Extreme Masters have had.
Yeah, it starts off pretty slow, gives them a chance to get warmed up, and then it gradually builds up. It's incremental increases. So even if a team starts pretty poorly, they can still pull it back later on.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have the team names up there. Just some people we have playing. Obviously, AGO is going to be the Polish players. I know we have some Polish fans in this audience, I would imagine. I know we're going to be having Twist. We're going to have Sean Gers is going to be in there, Naf, Stewie. We're even going to have Matt and Henry, the quote-unquote talent of the tournament, which is... I don't know why we're calling them talent. They're not that good. But we're just going to have fun with this one. Warm you up for the grand finals, and we'll have that coming on a little bit later. But for now, we can send you over to Frankie. She's going to talk with some players.
Indeed. In fact, I've got 2 players here, and they've got a bit of a history together. Sponge, what are you doing?
Henry is known for his scumbaggery, I think I'd like to call it. So I'm just making sure he can't cheat.
Hey. Oh, wow. I think we need to... remove the wall, boys. We need to break down these barriers. Henry, though, actually, Sponge is coming in a little bit fiery. What do you have to say to him?
We're going to let our play do the talking today. We're going to focus on our own game, as a lot of the players say these days, and we're going to make sure that's absolutely under control. I feel like we're going to take down this team in particular. We're focusing on. That's why I feel like we're sat next to each other. Maybe Chad wanted this, but it's not going to really work out from it, I think.
I mean, it must be quite awkward for you, JKS, because your teammate Gratifaction's over there.
Yeah, I think the game plan is just to hunt down the 2 traders over there. Sean giving away all our secrets, Henry's just bogan.
I think that you guys need to keep your fingers crossed that Mr. Grat does not come across an AWP. What do you think is going to happen on that site today?
They're going to get smashed, obviously. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen and that. Well, keep it civil, boys. Keep it civil, because I want to come over, actually, to our Intel Championship Challenge. Our winners, Team Dignitas, everyone. We have got Rain and Kath from the team here. Ladies, how are you feeling about this tournament?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. We got some secrets up our sleeves, so hopefully we can show them what's up.
Prepared, I like it. Kath, what do you think of these losers over here?
I think they're getting scared to get beat by girls, so we'll see what happens.
I can't wait to see what happens. Obviously, I'm supporting these 2. Now, over here, we have got not only Pimp. Hello, Pimp.
Hey, man.
And we've also got Pimp's partner. Now, I don't know if you guys recognise this gentleman. He's a bit of a legend backstage because he's one of our observers here. It's Rushley. What's it like to be front of the stage, Rushley?
It's a bit different. I'm not used to it, but I'm here to play. I'm here to win. That's the key thing. I'm not messing around today. It's my time to shine. This is it.
You actually sound more competitive than Pimp. I'm quite surprised by that. We had a bit of a round of applause in the audience for Rushley's fighting talk there. The question is, how are you going to win, Jacob?
I have the best player on my team, so there's no doubt. We also have the best crowd behind us. I heard some rumors that there's a Danish corner out there, so we got the crowd with us.
Slightly unfair in a way, Pim. Actually, can I just ask you, while we're chatting, who do you think is going to win later? Is it going to be Ents or Astralis?
No comment.
No. You're on the death. I'm going to have to wait for your analysis later to find out what you think, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we might just be about ready to go into the first of our 3 rounds of Danger Zone today. So let's head back to Vince and Moses.
Yes, thank you. We are going to get into the Danger Zone. Can't handle that one, Vince?
Jeez. I was not expecting that, mate. I've got to be honest. That caught me off guard.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's going to be the entire day, mostly through this show match. But Rushley down there with a bit of confidence, which is surprising. He's not usually a confident person.
Yeah, he's quite a quite reserved person. I can definitely empathize with that. Stunner, on the other hand, not so much.
I don't know what any of that was from Stunner. That was disgusting. These two are the dark horses to go through this entire Danger Zone with no problem. They've been part of the most dominant female team for the past 2 years. It's been great seeing them with all their success. Stewie's over there in his camo liquid jersey. Yeah, you can hear me, brother. What's going on? Known to play with the crowd as well. He's got a couple teammates in this twist with Sean Garrett. You can see the teams, the rosters up there. Naf is playing with Sadicus, which is just a massive, massive anchor around his neck.
The thing is, though, I know how competitive Sponge is. And with JKS, I reckon these guys could do some serious damage.
When it comes to show matches, Sponge is an absolute rat.
Exactly.
Just a grimy little rat doing everything he can to get an advantage.
And that's why I'm going to maybe favor them. It's going to be curious to see, though, as we said before, with the incremental increase with points and how this game works, it's not necessarily about how many kills you can get, it's about how far you can last.
Yeah, it's all, the kills don't matter. It's all about who's going to actually win at the end of the day, still be alive. The third game gives you more points than the second game, which gives you more points than the first game. So as you kind of go, as these players kind of get the feel a little bit more, they've all played Danger Zone, but obviously not as much as the regular game mode. So as they get the feel, they'll be able to kind of just improve over the course of the competition.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because a lot of these guys actually have got pretty damn far. You've got Gratisfaction in there, JKS, etc. So when you look at things, how much time have they been able to put in as opposed to the hours of practicing for the major itself?
Yeah, Gratisfaction that Renegade team has been in Poland since like January 4th, just boot camping for the major, and I would imagine they didn't touch Danger Zone once. So there's that.
It certainly is going to be jumping in shortly. And I mean, in terms of Danger Zone itself, obviously, for those of you that aren't aware, and I imagine there'll be some newer viewers, it is a battle royale spin on Counter-Strike. You all jump in, obviously in duos in this case, and it's a battle to the death. Now, obviously, kills don't necessarily mean a great deal, but for style points, you better believe these players are going to be wanting to get their hands dirty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really interested to see how teams are going to play. Like, I know, for instance, Sadicus was saying that he obviously is awful at the game, but he's just telling me he's just going to run around the map, planning the C4 just wherever he can. We are still waiting on the server to get set up. So, Spodek, I want you to do a favor. You gave me a favor earlier in the event. I want to ask one more thing of you. This has been Vince's first major that he's casted at through the entirety of it. I want you guys to show him some appreciation. It's a meaningful thing to be at your first major. Can we get a big cheer for Vince and the job he's done?
Thank you very, very much.
What have we got here? Sponge sucks. That's the kind of smack talk I would expect out of Pimp. It's not very good.
It's low-level banter. It's entry tier.
Yeah, it's very amateur.
The thing is, he probably could go harder, but it wouldn't be allowed on stream. So that's probably about as far as it can go for him right now.
Pimp is a guy that goes like 0 to 60, isn't he?
Exactly.
He doesn't really have a middle ground, which I can respect, because I really don't. I have no middle ground either. Stewie looking to avenge the quarterfinal performance. New addition to Team Liquid.
Yeah, maybe some points to prove.
Yeah, a couple. Sponge trying to, prove that he's actually good at Counter-Strike from the past, It's got to be weird when your team fails to make the top 8 for years, and then all of a sudden, they're amazing. Where were they when he was on the team?
I mean, some interesting team names as well, by the way.
Okay.
We haven't gone through them. So we got the Bogan Bashers.
That's very British. I can already tell. Is Bogan something that is safe to explain on a broadcast?
I'm actually not even sure what it means. It must be a southern thing.
Must be a southern thing.
Because I'm from the northeast, so I have no clue what those southerners are talking about. Half.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Crazy Canucks. Pretty Canadian.
It's actually kind of funny because even in America in the States, the Southerners in the States, the Northerners have no idea what they're on about at any point.
It's pretty similar in England.
Okay.
Well.
You have Crazy Canucks.
Yep, the Canadians, which of course is going to be Sadikist and Nath. Bogan Bashes, by the way, is Henry G and Gratisfaction. Dignitas Female, Kath and Rain.
Self-explanatory with that one.
Yeah. You discussed this before. You thought these girls could go pretty far.
Yes, I think they're dark horses. I mean, in a format like this as well, you never know. They did just hoist the trophy for the Intel Challenge, which was cool. We got to catch some of those games, and they've just been so good for so long. That Dignitas female team, male team, not so much. Once Misfits, Sean Gares and Twist. That's going to be those two playing under that. Formerly on the Misfits organization playing together. Sean's always had a lot of respect for Twist. He talks about it frequently when we're behind the scenes and everything, which is cool that he's playing with a former teammate. Resident Sleeper. YNK's not here, so Pimp has taken that mantle.
I like they've embraced it. Rushley as well. Next up, fantastic movie. Stunner and Stewie take 2K on Tropic Thunder.
That's not as creative as you... I mean, we were watching that last night. So Stunner obviously came in with no ideas what he wanted to name it, and he just went with that.
Vox Eminor, Sponge and JKS. We've got some other previous...
Sponge still living in the past of Katowice 2014.
Bringing it full circle. And then, of course, it's the Polish boys, Furlan and Grubby, who the crowd is firmly behind. There's no doubt.
I also don't know enough about those players to make fun of them in any way. So that one's going to be a little bit rough. Ago chants coming out from the crowd as well. We are still just waiting for this server to get set up and get going live.
Yeah, it's a bit rough for us as well, because normally we'd have loads of stats. We could talk about the history of X or Y match. Here we're a bit unknown. We're a bit in the shadows.
We can always just make fun of Matt.
That works.
Yeah. We'll wait till we get in game, though. At least we won't be listening to any, crap music lyrics throughout this entire engagement.
Have you played much with Matt in terms of matchmaking or anything like that?
We played a few games back in the day before we got all crazy into travel and everything, and he wasn't any good. I don't think he's improved since then. Although he has put some time into PUBG, so he might have some the general battle royale genre, knowledge and experience.
Yeah, I think he's definitely put quite a few hours in. I think he's been casting quite a few of the battle royale games as well. So, be interested to see if he can take that across to Danger Zone.
Wearing his Do It For NA shirt, custom made. It's vintage. There's only 4 made in the entire world, I think.
Unfortunately, NA not having the greatest showing here.
Let's not discuss that. Let's move along swiftly. Henry looking to get a Gratisfaction. Maybe, we have the Caches coming up at IEM Sydney, the 3rd iteration, so maybe trying to get Gratisfaction to betray his countrymen. Although, Gratisfaction, he is New Zealand, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
So, maybe that betrayal wasn't far off to begin with.
Get a spy in there. Get a spy in the works.
This is a great stat. The EMU statistic is phenomenal.
I didn't actually see it.
The average lifespan of the EMU is 10 to 20 years. They can sometimes get to 30.
Sick.
Yeah. They also almost conquered Australia once, which was very cool.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big thing. World War I right afterwards.
Destroying the entirety of Australia.
which is mental to think about, just a herd of birds. Those guys look like they're not screwing around whatsoever. They look so focused. A nice pink mouse to match the nice pink on the tattoo of Twist. And the hair, look at it, Vince, it's feathered and lethal.
Thing is, it just hurts me to look at hair like that.
Yeah?
I've barely got any.
Yeah, you're doing all right. Still got some things to hold on to. I'm being told we are just 30 seconds away from the drop-in to the Danger Zone! And then we're going to get things underway. A nice, strong Kappa. Dust Moret would be proud.
Not even here, still getting wrecked, of course.
No one is safe in show matches.
What was that? Was it? the pink thing on the monitor. Did you see it?
I did not. Oh, it was like a stuffed animal of some sort.
I was trying to figure out what animal it was.
Oh, no, I didn't get that good of a look on it. He's laughing now. That's going to end quickly. I believe that music means we're going to be getting into the game, so hold on to your butts. Here we go. And you can see the teams selecting their deployment locations.
Yeah, typically best to stay away from the middle areas because you can get sandwiched very easily and very quickly.
Yeah, and remember, the key is to survive through the whole game. So I imagine we're going to see a lot of people playing on the outskirts of these maps as they try and hunt down weapons, trying to kind of get the things they need to get those deliveries, those little drone deliveries.
See here, Rain desperately searching for some guns.
Cash money.
All about the money. So, of course, you can call drones in to actually purchase upgrades and weapons and all these sorts of things. So picking up money actually really is useful. You want to be doing that whenever possible. Quite a lot of players down towards the silos here.
I think Rain can be in some trouble. I mean, Rain and Pimp and Rush are like the two that look like they're closest. I mean, Henry G and Gratisfaction look like they at least have some walls around them to keep them safe for the moment. But the engagements early on probably aren't going to be coming in too quickly. Henry's got 7 bullets with a Glock, and that's not going to make you feel too confident, especially with Henry's aim.
Yeah, one of the rough things about the danger zone at times can be the lack of ammo that comes about. So you're desperately searching for those ammo caches that will be sprinkled around the map. You can also call them in from the drone that you can see on the perspective of the screen there. Ooh, an MP5 early on is be pretty tasty.
Lab rats as well. Is that Sponge? That's Gratisfaction. Ooh, a shotgun. And look at the walking. Yeah, this is definitely Sponge nerding out. He heard something, but actually they're circling right behind him. And remember, Henry G and Sponge are sitting right next to each other. I'm hoping we're getting some screen watching.
Now, the other downside about calling in drones are the other players can see them come in, so it can actually betray you, depending on where your enemies are. I think JKS just spotted ahead. Oh, Gratisfaction into the headshot, gets it 2. All right, then.
Oh, look at Sponge. He is a sad panda. They got absolutely wrecked.
The rats have been exterminated first on the first round here.
All right, so P250 and an axe. That's not a bad combo whatsoever. He's got the Zeus as well, the taser that he can deploy. And everyone just walking around the map. Sean and Twist hiding in the house.
So that's one of the ammo caches just behind the players. You can retrieve more ammunition for your guns. Sean's up to quite a healthy amount actually with his P250.
He's got some nades also. He's got the smoke and the HE that he can utilize. But I mean, it looks like they want to stick as close as they can to the house, to the cover and everything as that gun drops from the drone. Here's Stunna and Stewie moving up to the barn. Actually, they're gonna, yeah, you can see the danger area coming in from the bottom, starting to creep in. Rush and Pimp will be the first pairing forced out of their hidey hole.
Naf and Sadakis just chilling on Tourist over on the right side of the map, the east side of the map. Additionally, decoys in this can actually be quite useful. They will sound off footsteps. So if you're near a decoy, it can actually completely bait you out into thinking someone's close to you.
Yeah, known to be very, very not useful in the competitive mode, but yeah, here in Danger Zone, obviously, can be a pretty cool weapon, pretty cool tool to use. Here they are, Ago. It's got that med pen.
They've got decent weaponry as well. So the X on their weapon reel is a syringe. You can actually heal yourself with these. You can also purchase them. PP Bison typically you wouldn't want to pick up, but actually it's not too bad in Danger Zone. Fast fire rate can really melt through players.
Yeah, we'll see. They still haven't gotten into any engagement. I mean, this is a long time for Sponge and to just be sitting there staring at a monitor, not being able to do anything.
Well, Australia doesn't do it better in this game. They died first.
Ooh, there goes Sean from behind. And Sperlin with the assassination. He gets doubles up. That'll get the crowd started. Hunting out in the open in the tall grass.
And then there were 12. The safe zone diminishing, having to move Actually, having the verticality on top of the buildings could be pretty significant. They don't really have the weaponry to back it up, though. 2 SMGs.
Well, the tough part, too, is it makes you, I mean, you're exposed from so many different angles where people can get intel even if they can't shoot at you. But definitely Henry saw Pimp just now, and he definitely saw Rush. They're being hunted, and they have no idea. And obviously, you're right. I mean, the weapons at that range, especially the MAC-10, such low ammo, you don't really want to go for it. But trying to consider their angle of attack and going the safe route.
20 seconds before the danger zone gets further restricted. Going to force more of these players up close on each other. Don't have any rifles in play just yet. This is something that will come further down the line when the care packages start to get dropped, the drones start to get upgraded.
Yeah, you need the cash monies for that. Oh, good battle for Gratisfaction. He's got 3 kills in this game. And Pimp is the only one left for his team, and they know he's got to be nearby. Here comes Grubby, again through the grass. It's Furlan with the P250. And one more engagement. Stewie's got nothing to do. Again, NA put on the back foot. Gratisfaction is having a game and a half. He's got to use a little bit of med shot. Heal back up just a bit. And they're so far away from anyone. Henry and Gratisfaction, they're in like the next danger area, but there's no one to really put any pressure on them, so they can take their time. Remember, it's all about survival as well. No points for kills. And GPS doesn't work underground.
Yeah, they are a long way off. You can see a care package now dropping just below the hatch area of the map. Going to be detonating the C4 to open up the safe.
This is about the only useful thing Sadicus is going to do in this entire 3 games of Danger Zone.
As a result, though, if you do start to play a lot more passive and you hide in houses and such, you're going to be pretty low in terms of armor, in terms of heavy weaponry later on in the game. So it can actually really work against you. It's about a balancing act. You want to feel out and upgrade where you can. A bit of a skirmish kicking off against the Polish boys.
It looks like they're being gentlemen. They're trying to save the hostage. Well, not gentlemen. Rain goes down, and actually that P250 at this range. Oh, Cat! I don't think Furlan expected the M4 to be out. No more bullets. And does she even have bullets in the Glock? I think that's the scary part. She does have a Zeus that she can use if they get close. She has 20. But she's being spotted by Henry. He doesn't want to give up the position. Even with the silencer, Flashbang's going to come out. They're going to push behind it, certainly. Doesn't blind anyone. But Kath is so occupied looting, and with the player above, she has no idea what's coming behind.
Yeah, it's going to be a massacre. But now, Grubby, who lost Furlan just beforehand, would have heard some confrontation kicking off just on the outskirts of Radio, where this building complex is called. More drones flying in. But this is where Sadikist and Naf can really be freed up to start to move in. They're under no confrontation at all while the other 2 teams are fighting off against each other.
Grubby's not enjoying any of this. As you said, the drone can give up his position, and he's all alone. His partner's gone down, and look, they're about to turn the corner. He's got to get out, but he's so occupied. He wants the ammo. Now he spots it, and he's not going to win that. Headshot from Henry G. They can loot him as well, but the other team is close by as well. And it's actually Henry taking on Sadikist, who, again, is useless. I feel like I really need to reiterate that.
He's with Naf, though, who's quite a beast. Had one of the best plays here at the Major. So it could be resting on his shoulders, and Naf has an M4. That is massive. Considering that the other team, Henry G and Gratisfaction, just have SMGs, 15 bullets to Naf's name. He's just spotted ahead, and Sadikist goes down first. It's now a Galil in the hands of Gratisfaction. Can Naf pull this one off? He may have to turn tail and run away. He only has 5 bullets left, Moses.
Oh, dear. This has not gone well. He needs to heal up as he runs. There it is. Plunges it in. Still taking shots, though. And now, yeah, Gratisfaction is the one he needs to find. Low HP. Might not realize it. They're trying to push up. There comes another heal. Going to boost back up. And Naf is trying to retreat as he holds on for the drone. But he can't land those shots. A dink on Henry's going to force him back. But now he's stuck. He cannot access that. And what a risk to be taking. Pulls out the M4, he wants the ammo in that, getting reload as he goes, but it's only 6 bullets. He's down to 6 HP, and he's out of ammo once again. Trying to fall away, and there it is. Henry's going to finish it off. It's Henry G and Gratisfaction to take the opening map, and he makes it look easy.
I'm going to say Gratisfaction, definitely the MVP. He had 5 or 6 kills. Guy was just lighting it up.
It's important to note, Henry is very vain. He knows the camera's going to be on him, so he put makeup on before getting involved here. Wanted to look his prettiest for the crowd.
is going to get the win at the very least. Gratisfaction, in the meanwhile, carrying him to that victory.
Gratisfaction had that really nice start, didn't he?
Yeah, it was in the MP5, I believe.
Yeah,
Touched the Galil and
he
was
got
all
like
over.
3 to 5 kills within the first few minutes of the game. And obviously the big one was Sponge, and see a little bit of smack talk going on. Henry's just like, are you ever going to actually be able to compete with me?
Unfortunately for Sponge, it was Vox Eminor that got eliminated very early on in first position.
I mean, how do you compete with that mustache? That thing is glorious. Either way, you can see we've got Frankie ready. She's with the winners.
I am indeed. Mr. Henry G, how does victory taste?
Disappointing, to be honest. I expected the level of competition to be a little bit higher. We were kind of warming up and getting ready for that one, and no one seemed to fight back that much. It's weird. Are these guys just getting warmed up or what?
I'm wondering, actually, if Gratisfaction is as salty as his partner, because you, sir, need to learn some manners. Gratisfaction.
Yes.
You are, okay. And what did you think of your rivals next to you? Because I think you took them out quite early in the game.
It was pretty easy, to be honest. Just expected.
Well, the thing is, though, you've now laid your cards bare now, so these boys actually know where you're dropping. Are you a little bit nervous that they might come after you in the next game?
We're dropping in the same place. Everyone can come get us. The radio tower in the middle. The radio tower in the middle. Come and get us. We'll see you there.
I am hoping that everyone is going to be dropping at the radio tower around. Or, in fact, it might be more satisfying if everyone agrees to not drop anywhere near you, Henry, because then you're not going to get any kills and you're going to be Larry No Mates, Henry.
We're going to drop in the same place. We welcome all the battles. We're going to win the next one as well. We're going for 3 out of 3 today.
What if you don't win now? Because you've just told everyone watching that you will.
Failure is not an option.
Failure is not an option. Okay, well, fighting talk from these boys, but the question is, can they do it for a second time? Vincent Moses, what do you think?
It's weird hearing Henry say that failure is not an option. I've seen him fail multiple times.
And I mean, a lot of that, honestly, was off the back of Gratisfaction carrying.
Yeah, exactly.
Has to be mentioned.
Henry's talking the shit, but Gratisfaction's doing all the heavy lifting.
I think Henry got 1 kill.
It was the important one. He had the impact.
But there you
Henry does the things that don't show up in the stats sheet.
Yeah, that's true. He is the assister. He is the glue that melds that team together. But it is the Bogan Bashes on 45 points with the Crazy Canucks just behind them on 27. I say just behind them, actually. It's a pretty big difference. Meanwhile, Vox Eminor, Sponge, nil points.
Okay, so a bogan, I've just looked it up because I was curious about what it actually means. An unsophisticated person. Yeah, so that's what Henry's going for. Bogan bashers.
Makes sense. I guess they were technically correct as well.
That is about the most British smack talk I could ever think of in a team name. Easy for Ents. That comes later. I feel like we have so many. I feel like everyone. This is like St. Patrick's Day, except for Finnish people. Everyone is just pretending they're Finnish for one day.
I wonder if Ents win the major, do we christen this some kind of Finnish day?
It will be a national holiday.
I think that Independence Day is the 6th of December. It's the same day as my birthday, so that's how I know because I used to live there.
Okay.
But maybe we can have a second Finnish.
How do they celebrate Finnish Independence Day?
A lot of alcohol.
Okay. That's fair. Can't argue with that one whatsoever. We're just gonna get back into this. We'll see if they actually, Henry and Gratisfaction, this could be a bait if they don't actually. I mean, this is the start of the last game, but if they don't actually go to the radio tower, that would just be next level bait. If they just bait everyone into picking that spot, like around that tower, and they just go elsewhere.
I think for style points, though, we also have to highlight the Polish boys. They did a lot of damage. They got 4 or 5 kills between the two of them.
Yeah, they got done dirty, didn't they?
No.
They seem to be very effective until, oh dear.
Oh no.
Where's OJ when you need him?
And that was the lonely P250 frag from Henry. Right at the end, of course.
The only one. Kath and Rain here. Going over something actually not very talkative, and a banana for Stunna. Typical. He won't eat it.
A pretty brash tactic as well for Henry and Gratisfaction to literally say, we're dropping radio tower, come at us.
I like it. Again, knowing Henry, I mean, listen, we did a 3-on-3 earlier this event. We had a gaming room in the hotel, and it was me, Stunna, and Sean taking on Henry, Sponge, and Machine. And I'm just going to say, there was a little bit of dirty play, foul play going on the other side. Waiting for the monitor to light up for flashbangs and everything. There They're a very underhanded group of people. So I could see Henry totally just faking everyone out.
Plus, they are sat very close to each other. I'm just saying. There could be some shenanigans.
Could be some shenanigans. Less than a minute away from the second round of Danger Zone. I want to see... Yeah, look at that makeup. It's layered on. Hiding all the flaws.
That's the most focused I've ever seen Matt in my life.
Yeah, no hiding those flaws, is there? Here we go. Going to be dropping in. Selecting their deployments. 8 teams, 2 players each. Playing to be immortalized on the map. The winning team, the team with the most points, will have a graffiti on Danger Zone for eternity.
And fair enough, Henry's a man of his words.
Yeah, he's done it. That's surprising.
They've gone straight back to the radio tower. Pimp's interested, but Rush isn't, so he's going to back away.
There's a lot of teams in that upper left. Ferlin and Grubby, crowd favorites, trying to bring the trophy home. They've got plenty of time to just sit back and relax and loot up.
Sponge and JKS were also pretty close to radio. Sponge wanting to get ammo, doesn't have a gun though, so it's going to be a bit of an issue.
It's got a parachute. Oh dear, that's a machine gun.
Right.
That one hurts. Some drones coming in. Although underground again, the GPS doesn't work. There's that P2K on Sponge. You can go back and find the ammo if he remembers where he is. Can avoid the machine gun, that'd be nice.
Oh, he's actually used his med kit pretty early on there. It's not going to get that much more health out of it. They are maneuvering towards Gratisfaction and Henry. Drones flying in left, right, and center. And Gratisfaction has the UMP. Now, we saw the MP5 absolutely rinse players before. I think they are making a move up right now.
Oh, he's got a Tech 9 as well. He is real kitted out. Dropping into the sewers. That first spread of the Danger Zone just coming in now. You can hear the rumble. And again, it looks like Sponge and JKS and then Gratisfaction and Henry are going to be the first 2 teams to meet.
Yeah, they're both underground.
Like the rats they are. Here we go, up the stairs. Oh, the shotgun could be so brutal, though. Oh, this could be so deadly.
Especially at this range. They are so close to one another. Gratisfaction, he turns left up these staircases. He's going to find himself, both of them. Sponge first player down. Shotgun, though, from JKS. Obliterates Gratisfaction, and he's on the hunt for the second.
Oh, Henry's done. He's done. And, oh, he's getting away. There it is. JKS gets him from behind. Returns the favor, but they've done damage there. Can at least keep Sponge and JKS from potentially winning. JKS, the only member alive from that team.
So the last place team in the last game kills the first place team from the last game. And I'm just saying, Henry, failure's not an option.
Yeah, apparently. Failed pretty hard there. There's Pimp cleaning up Rush's work, and actually he's in trouble. He's got the CZ though, Ferlin. Oh, that recoil, but Rush manages it well. That goes down for the count.
A lot of bullets being used in amongst the ruckus, though.
If I'm JKS, I just get into like a corner behind a door with that shotgun, and I just wait for the later stages of this. He's giving up his position. Him and Stunna get into a small engagement, but you can see he wants nothing to do with this fight. He's going to bail out.
JKS did just spot somebody, but only a USP and a shotgun. Can't really do much at this stage. That being said, like, the radio is a pretty solid position to hold down now, because the Danger Zone is going to start to restrict and move towards the middle portion of the map.
That is a creaky fence. Never fun. Rain trying to use that Tech 9. Kath coming up as well, but again, they're out in the open. They can get pinched from a lot of places, and I think even Rush is wrapping around to their left. They've got to be careful. He's going for a swim. Him and Pimp are really split up, I feel.
Yeah, you're spot on.
I mean, this could be a tactic, right? One of you is certainly going to survive to the end.
Downside is if they get into firefights, it's effectively going to be 2v1s. So you're not expecting to survive. Plus, I think there's 2 teams in between the 2 of them. They're really sandwiched across the map here. Pimp found himself a couple of players, but nah. Going to drill him in the head. And now it's down to Rush for that team.
Sadakis, they're in a battle. Great damage to both sides, but Kath is still pushing forward. She can hunt this down a little bit, but she's being passive. Rush still lurking by the water's edge. The next spread of Danger Zone is coming in 3 seconds. And all the teams just kind of disengaging. No one has any weapons they want to play with.
I feel like Sean has been going under the radar a little bit alongside Twist. They've just been keeping themselves to themselves on the other side of the map. Just farming as many buildings as possible. What is the use in the parachute here, Moses? I've played this quite a bit, but I've never used the parachute other than when you first drop out.
I have not either, so I couldn't tell you. I think maybe if you're at the top of something, you can use it to just start gliding again. So maybe just if you want to like relocate across the map, it's going to give you that slower descent so you can get into a better positioning. Oh, Rain and Kath get a gift there. A little bit of a Christmas package as is dropping nearby.
Rush, well,
he's in the, yeah, he's taking damage. He's outside of the safety zone. I wonder if this wall could really ruin his life. Really, he's not having fun with it.
A shake of the head. Maybe this is why
he was so confident at the start. He's just straight gonna die.
No.
This is worse than Summit.
Rush.
This is just, that is, what a blunder.
As flat as a fart that round for Rush and Pimp.
Is that one of those northern British sayings?
Yeah, it is. First thing that came to my head. One gets killed miles away from the other. Other just dies in the danger zone, of course. From 100% of his health as well.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
9 players left.